Ken out in the garage. I am very excited because today is new bike day. Yeah! It's really hard to not be super excited about this. I've been waiting for months and it's finally here. And yeah, I can hardly contain myself. So I'm gonna do a little unboxing video and maybe shoot some assembly, and we'll talk a little bit about my new bike. Yeah. All right, so we have an XXL Izzo Core 2 29er, and let's just dive in and see how this thing is packaged. Welcome to the family. Ooh-wee. Inspection. All right, cool. So the tire's actually already on. I have no idea what to expect here. Haha, me first. All right, I'm gonna put the camera on a tripod here and we'll start diving in. All right, well, this box says me first, so I think that's a good place to start. Let's see what we got. We have a welcome to the family. Little nice card. We have a read first, then unpack. Well, we're gonna unpack this box first, but then we'll read this. We have our bike owner's manual, toolbox. Without the right tools, even the best of manuals is of little use. That's why we pulled out the wallet and put together a toolbox with 4 little helpers for you. Now you can save yourself a trip to the DIY store and get straight down to business instead. Well, that's pretty neat. Oh, wow. So they give us a toolkit. Looks like a YT torque wrench with like some carbon fiber on it. That's pretty nice. A shock pump and a big Allen key. We got our fork owner's guide. I don't know what that is. Some tubeless valves. Okay, so the tires are on the wheels, but I don't know if they're set up tubeless or not. So maybe our manual will tell us that. Stickers. I wonder if these are for the frame or if these are just extras. Is that it? Oh no, cool. We've got some throwaway pedals. I've got some just budget Crank Brothers stamps here. These are the large ones. I've got big feet. It's a double XL frame, so we'll throw those on. Reflectors, we don't need those. What's this? Live Uncaged. It's very delicate. Oh, it's a keychain. Nice. A little YT. That's the nicest packaged keychain I've ever seen. And then some anti-seize and little plugs of some sort. And then this looks like some hardware for like the internally routed cables or something. I don't know if these are extras or what. I was expecting the bike to be actually less assembled than it is, so these might just be extra. But I'm gonna read this README first, and then we'll start pulling stuff out of the box. So we just finished the read the manual. Read first. Basically has unpacking instructions. Gives you a nice diagram and readout of all the different parts of the bike. Really lays it out nicely for someone who may not know anything about mountain bikes. It's got torque specifications for everything, and yeah, I mean, they're easy to read, well laid out instructions. So we're gonna dive into the box here, and I have a bike stand, so I'm just gonna throw the bike on the bike stand and then start tearing into it. Ooh, she's pretty. very well packaged. Masking tape, which I like because I can tear it without using a knife and possibly scratching the frame. Now, these bars are 780s, and I have 820 new Atlas bars here. I'm running full-length 800s on my cross-country bike, and I'm thinking, since one of the first changes people make to this is they put on wider bars and a shorter stem, I'll probably try some wider bars. Ooh, that ice blue is a cool color. It's like a bluish gray. So the first thing we're going to do is get the handlebars on, and these are a T25 Torx, and there is a little lock washer on there. Get those handy. And I'm probably going to just use their handlebars for now, and I'll try it as is. And then consider putting on my 820s. And it says to tighten the top ones first. And it says to leave no gap on the top. And we're tightening them to 5 to 7 Newton meters. Eye it up for now. We'll have to dial in the cockpit once it's assembled. They use their little included torque wrench. And we'll put the bottom two in, and those also get torqued to 5 to 7. Sometimes you want to get these all started. I got lucky here, but this type of thing, sometimes you want to get them all started in and then torque them down. Because if I were to tighten the top two and the bottom weren't quite aligned, then I'd have to loosen them anyway. So the bits don't like to stay in there. Little torque wrench here. But it works. Alright, handlebars are on. Alright, wrapping up the handlebar installation here. It says stop, and it has a little note letting us know that the left brake here is the front brake. I know in the UK sometimes people ride with the left as their rear brake, and this just lets you know the way it comes from the factory. So quick note on the rear here, the box that comes in place here actually acts like a little bike stand. So if you don't have a bike stand, you can use the box it's packaged with to hold the bike up and not scratch up your frame while you're installing this derailleur. We need a 5mm. Through here. We're still going to need to do some alignment stuff. I'm not going to go full tight on this. We're just going to get it in place. The instructions say there are some tabs here. Basically, this tab needs to align with there and be touching, and you don't want there to be a gap. So I'm going to hold that together while I tighten it. I am going to go ahead and torque this hanger bolt to 11 Newton meters. We're gonna out. Lock. There we go. And then this rubber band is holding on a brake spacer. We'll hold on to that. All right, we're gonna pull out the rear axle and the cardboard. I just have the chain kind of perched on the edge there. And let's see, we can get this up in here. We're gonna put the chain on the smallest cog. Get everything up into place. Maybe. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna put a little grease on this axle. Now it says the torque spec for the rear axle right on there, which is 15, and I'm just using my own little torque wrench here. It's above like 5 or 7 Newton meters. That little one that comes with it is a little trickier. It still works, but this is a little easier. That's it. We're gonna get our chain on our front chain ring, and then we'll release our derailleur. Now we can take off this guy. And we're all together back here. Okay, so onto the front. We're gonna take out our brake spacer. Put that aside. Take off a little protective rubber on our axle. There's some cardboard dust and stuff on here. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna clean that real quick. I'm gonna put a little bit more grease on this guy. And get my front wheel. There we go. Okay, be careful with greasy hands around your brake. And this should just be hand tight. If you can't get it hand tight, then loosen it a little bit, but you don't want extra tools involved with this guy. That's it. And we're just gonna put it in line with our tube. And just in case I got any grease on our drum here, I'm just going to take some icy purple rubbing alcohol and clean off our rotor. And the dry side is regular thread, so clockwise this way as it's tightening in. It's easy to get switched around when you're tightening from the opposite side of where you would normally tighten something. That's it. All right, I'm all wrapped up with the assembly here. I gotta do some little things like adjust my cockpit. I am gonna put my other handlebars on it. I gotta make sure my shock pumps or shocks have the right amount of air in them. Oh, that was hard. Air pressure in the tires, little things like that before my first ride. I did take out and lube some of the pivots, put some fresh Loctite on there, made sure everything was torqued to spec. Actually looked good from the factory, so I wouldn't be too concerned with that. If you're putting one together yourself, I'm just a little paranoid about stuff like that, and I don't want a squeaky bike. I'm a beginner at best. I'm not very good at mountain biking. I'm pretty new to mountain biking. This is my first new bike. I'm just kind of figuring out what a bike should feel like and all that. So I'm gonna pop it off of the stand here, do those final touches, and take it for a ride. Join me next time.